Good morning and welcome back to a special edition of Somebody Did Something. I have a special guest today, Tammy. Hello, Tammy.
Hello, Aurora.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good this morning. How are you?
Good. That's amazing. Okay, so here's my question to you because somebody surely did something. Beyonce did something. She went country. What do you think about that?
I think it's kind of silly and almost like she's kind of just poking fun at country music because she's not a serious country artist.
Um, yes, I agree with you that she's making. I mean, I don't know if making fun, but she does seem out of her element, right? It just doesn't sound right. I heard it for a little bit. I heard the song, and it just didn't grab me right off the bat. So I don't
No,
think, I don't think it's a good song.
it's not a good song. Any true country music lover does not think that that's a good song.
Yeah.
But they're not buying into it. They're not buying into Beyonce being country.
Yes. And you know what the sad thing about it is? I believe that if she doesn't do well, it's gonna unfortunately be that she didn't do well because it's going to go back to the race card, right? Because people were racist and didn't give her a chance or whatnot. But the fact of the matter is that the two songs I have heard are are not catchy. I mean, they're just not. They're actually kind of annoying. You know,
Yeah.
one reminds me of the Franklin song. Hey, it's Franklin. Come It totally does.
Yeah, the beat kind of goes along with it.
Yes. I'm like, huh. And then here's the other thing that is kind of like annoying. There's this like this little fringe saying that the that Beyonce is reclaiming country because it's black people music or it's African American music. And I have a problem with that. I don't know if you have a concern with that, but I have a problem with that. And let me tell you why. I'm from the Caribbean, right? And we are heavily influenced with American, sorry, with African sounds, right? We just have it. And so is south of the border, South America and Central America. And all our music kind of sounds the same. You have salsa, merengue, cha cha, cumbia, zamba from Brazil. You cannot get more African influence music outside of Africa. And this collection of music all sounds similarly the same. And let me tell you something. None of that sounds like country music. So I don't know why they say that country music is African American music because I do not hear the African influence, or at least I don't hear the African influence that I hear from my Caribbean music or my South American music. Does that make sense?
Well, I think maybe saying using the term African Americans and thinking of Africa, but these are Black Americans that are from the South that have never been to Africa. Like, I mean, maybe they visited on vacation, but I mean, just for like Black Americans being, way back when, I don't know, however many decades ago, they might think Southern music is kind of Black originating when they're, working as slaves and this and that. Maybe that kind of history that they're thinking of, maybe not like African music though. You know,
Oh, I can see that.
but,
I can see that.
there's been Black people in country music for, many years. I mean, Charlie Pride was one of the originals, and he was wonderful. He was amazing. It's like no one's stopped Black, you know, people from creating country music. I mean, we have some today that are really amazing and wonderful, but it's the whole Beyonce thing, trying to insert herself into it. And I mean, if she wanted to and was good at it, go for it. But it's just her whole livelihood has been about pop and rock and R&B, and R&B kind of rolls into country a little bit sometimes. There's some
Yeah.
gray areas where you can kind of enjoy both, and they cross over a little bit. But I
Yeah.
mean, it's just the whole Beyonce thing. It's, I don't think it's really about black people. It's just more about Beyonce for me anyway.
Oh, okay. No, no, no. I hear you. So it's just more of Beyonce and her particularly. I could see that. I don't like the little snide comments of, oh well, now she'll probably get album of the year. Maybe you haven't
From
gotten,
her husband, Jay-Z. Yeah, I can see that.
yeah.
I can see him saying that.
Maybe you haven't gotten, just maybe, here's a thought. Maybe you haven't gotten album of the year because here we go. You your album wasn't good enough to be album of the year.
I agree. I mean, she has like some great songs, but I don't know about an entire album.
Yes.
Which Taylor Swift, I mean, she's the goat of album of the year, I guess, right? I guess. I don't know. I don't really watch the
Yes.
award shows either, but like a lot of her songs are really, really good. And, Beyonce has some great songs too, but I guess I don't always, I'm more of a country girl, so I don't really listen to Beyonce very much. Maybe she does have amazing songs. Maybe her album is amazing, but I just know like a few of her really good songs. And so I don't know if that's most people, but I'm a country girl, so that's me.
Um, I think I know probably equally amount of Beyonce songs and Taylor Swift songs, but I think the reason Taylor Swift is more popular than Beyonce is because she's just a plain Jane, right? And I think a lot of tinny boppers could relate to Taylor Swift. Anybody could be Taylor Swift. There's nothing. I mean, the Swifties might kill me, but there's really nothing out of the ordinary from Taylor Swift. She's just blah. Does that make
Yeah, I mean, she
sense?
doesn't like belt out the music either. She's no Adele. She can't like belt out a note. I mean, she carries a tune and
Ex-
she's catchy. And I agree with you 100% on that. And she's like the girl next door.
yes. And then her music is catchy, easy to sing to. And I don't think Beyonce has that.
No, Beyonce can belt it out. Like she can sing and she's been singing her whole life, but she's also married with children and she's older and there's always going to be the young new thing coming up. Taylor Swift's not going to be, the favorite forever either. She's not going to be winning all the awards. First
Yes.
it was Carrie Underwood. First it was, before that it was Reba McEntire. Before that it was the Mandel sisters who I loved watching the Mandel show, by the way, the Barbara Mandel show. So all the sisters. But I mean, it's all new and upcoming people and Beyonce's just older. She's just a different generation. And she's trying to hang on to her titles and reign, and it's time to let it go.
Yeah.
Just like Madonna. I don't know. They just can't age gracefully and
Uh, you
get the heck
know,
out of Dodge.
Madonna, I don't know what she's doing. I love me some Madonna, but I really don't know what I mean, have you seen her face lately?
Yeah, she's a bit too much. Yeah, she's not even Madonna anymore. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's turning into something.
Yeah, she just needs to stop. Somebody needs to tell her, hey, I mean, I can't imagine that she will need that much money. I mean, she's Madonna, right?
I think it's ego. I don't think she doesn't want to let go. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
she just fell on stage. I'm surprised she didn't break a hip.
Yeah. Well, right. But going back to the whole Beyonce thing, I hear what you're saying. I think a lot of people, maybe younger people, think it's because it has to do with the color of her skin. But newsflash, I think nobody outsings Whitney Houston, and she won album of the year. Guess why, Beyonce? Because she could sing, she could put him out there, and she did an amazing album or albums. I know she at least won once album of the year. I don't know if she got more, but she could sing. Whitney Houston could sing. I'm every woman, it's all in me. I can't sing, right? But
Well, Beyonce can sing. Beyonce can sing. She's amazing. But again, I don't know. I don't even watch award shows. Like everyone just, self-congratulating themselves and giving each other awards, and I don't know.
This is true. We could go on a rant on that, on how you have these pretentious people saying, "Oh, look at me," from other rich people, while everybody over here is starving, buying a box of crackers for $4.99. Can you believe a box of
Exactly.
crackers is $4.99?
Everything's gone up. It's ridiculous. And just, the reason I don't really like award shows is I used to, I guess, back when I was younger, because I like fed into it and everything. But now it's like they're all pompous. They're all, wearing all these expensive clothes and jewelry, and I don't know. And then they're like preaching to us about, how much better we could all be. And no,
Yes.
yeah, I don't like watching the award shows anymore.
No, I hear you. And I think they have a decline because our generation has said, no, that's not for me. And then I think the younger generation is into YouTube, into TikTok. They're just not into, they have so many outlets of entertainment
Yep.
that award shows or even like music, the way we experience what we had to experience, because it was just two channels or two radio stations. There were no more entertainment outlets that we could go to. So you really had like this mega stardom for whatever reason. But I agree with you. Well, going back to the main thing, Beyonce and country music. I don't know if she releases another song that's going to be amazing. But as of right now, the two that she put out, I don't like.
Well, I think they typically like to release the better songs first, just get people to catch on to the rest of the album. But
Yes.
yeah, I'm not getting into it. No,
Which
I'm
is
not feeling it.
sad. Which is sad, right? Because if those were the best two, it's like, what in the world? What are you doing? And then the funny thing is that I don't know if you saw her at the CMAs. She did a cameo with, what's her name from the Dixie Chicks? The short one from the Dixie Chicks. Do you remember her name?
I would know it if I heard it, but I don't really
Yeah.
remember it.
Well, the funny thing is that I'm thinking, okay, why, if this is not purposely to shock and be controversial and just, be a thorn on people's sides, why did you choose to sing a country song at the Country Music Awards with this particular artist? An artist which that back in the late 90s, early 2000s, everybody took their albums and burned them because they said something controversial about the United States and the president at the time.
Yeah.
So,
no, I remember that.
Yeah, you remember that? So then it's like, why choose to have your first, I don't know, appearance be with this individual? So I think it was done on purpose. I think.
Well, some people just feed off controversy. That's, you know what? It gets them in the headlines. It gets people talking about them. That's what we're doing right now, talking about it.
Yes.
So I don't know. Oh, yeah. Natalie Maines, okay. Natalie Gaines, something like that.
Something
I don't know.
Like that. Yes, she was.
I used to love the Dixie Chicks too. They had some good songs and music, but yeah, they kind of ruined it for me.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and that's what I'm trying to say. I think it was done on purpose because if I am her public relations person, then I would have been like, okay, you have to go with somebody that's hip, hot, that people like, and do a cameo with them, right? Not a controversial singer from the 90s. I don't know. I think, and that bugged me. I'm thinking, these people, everything is planned. So that right there, I was like, oh, I see what you're doing. At least in my opinion. Allegedly, all this is allegedly.
We're just talking.
We're just talking, right? Everything is allegedly, people. Um, but yes, I do believe that everything was done on purpose, and I don't think she is truly wanting to do country. I think she just wants to be a disruptor.
Publicity stunt.
Hmm.
Yeah, just causing some drama.
Yes. But we'll see what happens, because if they keep playing it over and over and over and putting
No,
in.
one thing I've noticed too, just scrolling through TikTok and whatever Facebook Reels, catches my eye every now and then because I do like country music and country dancing and the little videos and stuff. A lot of the line dancing for country music, I don't even want to go to a country bar if this is what they're doing. They're doing is line dancing to like this hip hop, rock, and bebop stuff. It's I don't know if you've seen these videos, but if that's what's going on lately in the country bars and everything, where they're line dancing and all this weird stuff and weird music, maybe Beyonce is going to catch on with that kind of crowd. I don't know, but I'm not feeling it.
Well, when I saw this line dancing with her song, and I'm seeing it too, my first thought was like, yeah, that's all you could do with this song because it has no rhythm. You just need to line dance
Jump around.
because you can't really dance. I mean, the song is, for me, the song is too slow, but she's singing it too fast. I don't even know if that makes sense, but like the music, it's slow, but her words are fast. That's how I see it. Maybe it's my ADD brain. I don't know, but I just hear it and it's not cohesive in my brain. It's not catchy. I don't like it. And it's like there's something wrong. And like I said, it reminds me of, hey, it's Franklin. Come over and play with me.
I'm totally hearing that right now.
But I might be the
Something
only
funny.
one. I might be the only one that thinks that, but whatever. I do that. I don't know if that happens to you. You listen to a song and you're like, wait a minute, that's that other song. And it's just, I did it with my brother the other day. He was listening to Eminem. Um, but tonight I'm cleaning out my closet. Do you know
Yeah,
that song?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So then I'm listening to it and I'm like, Joe, that is Kiss Me Through the Phone. And he's like, no, it's not. I'm like, okay, it's not Kiss Me Through the Phone, but I want you to hear, don't hear him sing, don't hear everything that's going, hear the bottom notes. And he was hearing the bottom notes, and then we heard Kiss Me Through the Phone, and he's like, oh my God, it's the same song. I'm like, I told you. It's the, I can hear it. I can sense it. But anyway, I think it's dumb. I think she's not doing it for the love of country music. And that's something that I think every country artist has, is like a love of country music.
Yeah.
This lady has been doing music for a long time, and she's never kind of thrown out a country song out there. I mean, if she had an album and then she had one or two country songs, we're like, oh, okay, you know what? That's kind of country. But
Yeah.
to never have
I mean,
anything country and then boom.
people can do it. Darius Rucker, Hootie and the Blowfish, he was, R&B kind of rock, hip hop kind of, era back in the day. And he crossed over to country just fine. I love his music, and he's a great country western singer. And it's just not Beyonce. Like,
Yes.
people can do it.
Yes.
If that's their, yeah, like just like you said, or it's like if that's their love, if that's their passion, if that's what they love is country music, they could easily cross over. But it's Beyonce, and I think she's just doing it just kind of like to spat in the face of country music and as a kind of like an inside joke to her and her husband, maybe. I don't know, but I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. You know.
I love it. I love it. There you have it, my audience. A slap in the face inside joke to country music. On that note, we're going to keep an eye to see what happens if she goes ahead and blows up or comes up with something that looks amazing, or if the actual writers of Hey, it's Franklin come and sue her for sampling their
Copyright infringement.
yes. We'll have to keep an eye on that. On that note, Tammy, it was a pleasure speaking with you today.
Well, thank you. It was a pleasure to be on your podcast. This is my very first podcast ever.
Well, I hope to have you on more, and I will talk to you later.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, Aurora, for having me.
Okay.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye.